Hey there, everybody. Seja here, founder of the School of Evolutionary Herbalism. And I've been getting a lot of emails lately about the new Herbalism mini course that we put out. And a lot of people have been asking, like, how does astrology benefit my work with herbs? So I wanted to take a minute and talk about, you know, different work people do with plants, right? A lot of people think of herbalism as, just giving people herbs that are sick to make them feel better, but there's so many different aspects of the way people are working with plants, right? We've got clinicians and people as community herbalists or just doing first aid, or people that are just into wildcrafting or gardening and growing medicinal herbs to making medicine. And ultimately, really what we see is when you incorporate astrology into your work with herbs, whatever that work might be, that the astrology is going to provide for you a whole new level of doing that work. By a whole new level, I mean a new level of strategy, a new level of precision, and essentially a way of potentizing your medicine, of making your herbs more effective in the way you administer them to clients, in enhancing the biochemical profile, the energetics, the subtle spiritual qualities of plants, through the way you prepare them, through the way you harvest them. So I wanted to talk about kind of what that looks like for some of these different ways of working with herbs. If you're a gardener of plants or a wildcraft, you like going out into nature and picking the herbs, there's ways of lining up when you plant, when you harvest those herbs in alignment with the astrological ruler of the plant. So say you're working with mugwort, right? Artemisia vulgaris. It's a classic plant ruled by the moon. And essentially with astrology, when you understand that Artemisia is ruled by the moon, right? It's a good bitter tonic for the stomach and works on the female reproductive system. And, you see that kind of lunar color and that silvery blue color of the leaves, that we see, okay, the moon relates to Artemisia. Now you can time when you harvest or when you plant that herb to maximize that lunar influence. So from the Western alchemical perspective, you want to work with it on moon day, right? Or Monday at the moon hour. So you're waiting for that celestial influence of the moon to be at its peak, right? When the moon is shining its energetic ray onto the earth at a very strong moment in time, so that when you harvest and you pick that plant, you're not just harvesting the plant, you're harvesting the planetary influence that rules that plant. And now that medicine is going to have more of that astral quality, right? That when you prepare it and when you administer it to people, it's going to have a stronger influence on someone's internal moon, right? In their inner astral body. For the clinicians, right? For when you're working with people, astrology, there's so many ways you can apply it in the way that you can look at the chart to determine someone's constitution, to looking at their organ weaknesses and strengths, any potential predispositions for disease, and ultimately you can create herbal formulas customized to that unique person, to their birth chart, as a preventative mechanism, right? To give them herbs to prevent any of those potential predispositions from manifesting. For the medicine makers out there, this enables you, again, like when you harvest and pick the herbs, that you can essentially time the preparation of your medicine to harvest that celestial influence too, through timing mechanisms. So that when you're, say, distilling the essential oil, or you're making your tincture, or you're compounding your formula, that you're going to bring in the energetic quality of the planets into the medicine. So those are just a couple quick ways that you can see that astrology enhances and adds more precision to your work with plants, whatever that work might be. So if you want to learn more about this, click the link below, head over to evolutionaryherbalism.com, put your name and email in right on the main page there, and I've got this really in-depth 3-video series. It's a little mini course outlining for you the principles and practices behind astroherbalism. So I hope to see you in there. I hope to read your questions and your comments. I'm going to be in the forum myself, answering as many as I can, and I hope to see you on the other side there. So have a great weekend, take care, and be well.